Welcome to the HIT podcast, H.I.T, Human Resources, Insurance, and Technology. I'm your host, Toby Kennedy. As always, my goal is to be a good follow for you, to go through all the news, all the things going on in the space, bring it together, curate it well, and be a fun little hangout for just a few minutes here as we compile the things that are worth hearing about, listening about, talking about, all of the above. This week's episode is brought to you by Montage Insurance Solutions. And without further ado, let's get right into your weekly hits. This week's weekly hit, we want to talk about CASDI, C-A-S-D-I, or the California State Disability Insurance. Now, whether or not you're in California and or have employees in California, we here in the state of California are one of the very few in the union that offer a state disability insurance plan. It's actually pretty robust. It's a sliding scale of 60 to 70% based on your income. CASDI will be seeing some updates in 2024 and 2025. And overall, I want to kind of have the conversation about, do your company's disability benefits line up with CASDI? Right? So a lot of groups have, let's say, a 60% income replacement. Well, if there's no offset and it doesn't stack on top, are you paying for a benefit in the state of California or for employees in the state of California that they're never really going to see, right? So a lot of times when you've got employees in the state of California, you want to look to a 10, 20, 30% benefit that stacks on top of the state disability plan and therefore will likely pay something out to your employees. Otherwise, you're paying premium on a disability policy that in all likelihood, your employees are just going to get their benefits from the state. That policy has some sort of language that basically says, I don't need to perform if they're getting money elsewhere. And maybe they'll get a couple percent or a couple bucks here and there, but I don't think it's worth your while if it hasn't been crafted to sit next to, stack on top of the CASDI benefits. Let's talk about a little bit of the changes that are coming to CASDI though, so that you are up to date on what's coming down the pike. The SDI PFL contribution rate is at 0.9%, but there's an increase to the ceiling. It's going from $145,600 to $153,164. So that number's moving on up, and that's the taxable ceiling. The benefit scale is going to remain that sliding 60 to 70% benefit, which is dependent upon your income, all the way through to January 1st of 2025. But on January 1st of 2025, there will be a benefit of 90% income replacement for low wage earners. That's folks earning 70% or less of the average quarterly wage. And the maximum benefit an employee can make is $1,620 per week. So again, we already have CASDI in place today, and there are some changes coming down the pike, which means as an employer, if you're paying for a short and or long-term disability policy for your company with employees in the state of California, you just want to make sure that those policies are congruent with, match up with, and are designed to sit beside the state's benefit so that you're not spending premium on something you're never really going to see a benefit for. That's it for this week's Weekly Hit. As always, please like, subscribe, come back next week, Tuesday. We will be here for you. And until next week, make this the best week yet.